Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hey.
Hi, we're here. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi there. Hi. Sorry we're late. I was angry. Not actually. I was just not having a good time. But that's okay. Because you know who is going to have a good time? Kids in hospitals. That sounds weird? Yes, it does. But because of Extra Life, we can make them have a good time, at least for a little while. So if you donate to Extra Life, it goes to kids that are part of the children, or in hospitals that are part of the Children's Miracle Network. And then they get stuff, and then they get to play games while they're in the hospital waiting for like chemo and stuff. So that's really awesome, and you should donate. And if you donate, we'll give you a ticket to get into our prize draw. So donate at the link or down below the Twitch video. Either one works. If you're watching on YouTube, well, come watch us on Twitch, because that's where everything is. I don't have it set up.
Do it.
Our sponsor for tonight is Canadian Dice. You can go to canadiandice.ca, use the code TheVectair, all one word, to get 15% off of your order. There is a dice pick, but I neglected to actually update everything, so it's our pick from last week.
Oh.
Woo.
I've been busy.
It was like Dark Forest or something.
I don't remember. It'll pop up here in a minute, and then I'll be like, oh, it was this one. It's fine. What do we got scheduling-wise? We have Together Among the Stars tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. Our guest this week is Cat Lady Liz. The Backpackers, which are Emily and Artemis, respectively, are back at 7 o'clock tomorrow to discuss more spells. They made it through cantrips and first level spells, so they are on to level 2 spells.
Level 2.
Level 2. Level 2. Sunday, right here on the VAC tier, we got Maple Street Trick or Treat. It is a Kids on Bikes game led by Aaron from Even Footing Games. Looks to be super cute. Can't wait for that. A couple people are making their TTRPG debut. Well, ish. Asparagus has played Together Among the Stars, but it's their first other TTRPG experience, so that's pretty cool. We might be having Legacy of Fire on Sunday. It just might be at 8:30 instead of 7:30.
Yeah.
We don't know
that
yet.
Was the plan is that we were moving it back an hour, but
yes, we don't know for sure. It depends on Jeremy's daughter and dad because it's their birthday. So
happy birthday! Oh. Well, there's a lot of birthdays in Jeremy's family close together. It's his birthday 2 weeks ago.
February for the rest of us.
Yeah, it's because everybody was fucking on Valentine's Day. Monday, we got Mistwalkers. Tuesday, we have another spooky one-shot. It is The Ruins of the Ravenous with DM Emily. That's 8:30 right here. Wednesday, we've got The Society, 9 p.m. over on the Cantrips and Coffee channel. That is with myself and Artemis, as well as Sly and Jeremy. Back on Thursday for Song of Crystal and Shadow at 8:30. And you can always, if you prefer podcasts, you can cast our pod wherever you cast your pods from. Also merch. It's out there. And there's some fun Halloween designs. And those proceeds go to Extra Life. So. Yeah. All right, I'm done. You take over. I quit.
Okay. You quit. Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so when we last left off, you had left the Mushroom Forest and entered the Midnight Forest because, you know, forests are a thing in the Feywild. And you traveled through the nearly silent forest. It was eerily creepy. And with lightning bugs to sort of guide your way, you made your way across the beginning parts of the forest to where you began to hear music. And it sounded like carnival music. And as you approached, there was a frog. A very big frog. And then there were more frogs. And then there was a really, really big frog. But nobody bothered to stop and talk to them. So you killed them. And then found out afterwards that they were security. And you went, nope, we're out. and went around, instead of going through the cave, all the frogs, instead of going through the cave, you went around it, and you are currently on like day 2 in the forest. You probably have one more day before you reach the fading city. And beyond that is the Tower of Nightmares that awaits your arrival as it slowly eats the Feywild. But when we left off, you had just made camp for the evening after your battle with the frogs. Everybody's a little tired, a little shaken up, and only Aster, Ram, and Elise are aware of what has happened.
Everything's fine. It's all fine here. How are you?
Whoever is playing Aster, they should roll her Wheel and Woe, I just remembered.
I'll release that.
Thank you.
I'll only remember on Fridays when I don't play the Circle of the Stars Druid that feature exists, by the way, not on Monday.
But yeah, you guys are just about to make camp. I'm assuming you're setting up the bubble?
Yes. I think I set it up already. Didn't I?
Maybe. I don't know. We left off right as you guys got to camp, so.
Yeah, I set it up to look like Kirini's village. Like very foresty and natural and, you know, fairy lights and stuff.
So yeah, you all sort of gather inside the bubble. Aster is out immediately. You sort of tuck her into one of the cots.
Rainy, why don't you go to bed? You must be awfully tired after all of this.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you need a hug?
No.
Okay. You want one anyway?
No.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Sure thing.
I just go try to fall asleep, probably toss and turn a lot for a while.
Yeah. So you basically just faceplant into a cot and stay there for a while. And the rest of you can sort of hear Karini as she settles in, and it's an uneasy night.
Can I make an insight check to see if Crani's actually sleeping?
Sure.
Do I need to roll something?
Roll a sleep.
Persuasion or deception, I guess, if you're lying about it.
Elise just wants to make sure you're asleep when we're gossiping about you. Oh no, the grape leaf had unrolled.
There's a lot of grape leaves in the bubble.
So, Elise, like you can tell Karini is still sort of awake, but just barely. Like they're fading pretty quick.
She's
been a long
trying to
day.
fall asleep. You can tell she's
She's
trying.
doing her best. You're muted, Maggie. You're muted, Maggie.
I look at Ram and like not now. Not yet. Ram, you can't make that face, can
I
you?
know. I can't make a face, but please know.
One of your eyes is just
Mom, I'm
like blinking
dreaming.
in and out.
What?
Please
Like a
know that I
twitch.
am making a very stressed. You know what? No. You know what I do? You know what I do? You know what I do? I use the shape-changing necklace. So I have a humanoid face, completely boring, doesn't have eyebrows or hair or anything, and then I make panic face for 30 minutes while we wait for Karini to fall asleep.
Does that make you feel better?
No, this is the first time you've ever seen them
Just
use
like-
that necklace before.
You must
Ram?
look a little like an alien. Just like full.
You look a little different. What are you doing?
I have a necklace that lets me change my face.
Why would you change your face? What?
Because I feel
Why?
like some things need to be conveyed in facial expressions, and I don't have a face. Well, I have a face, but I don't have a movable face.
Have you tried, like, getting magnets?
No, I don't think I'm magnetic, to be honest. I don't think I'm made out of that material.
Magnets, how do they work?
I
This
just
is when we
is this
find out that
discussion
RAM is
helping you
aluminum.
military
Okay,
grade
Ram.
aluminum, I'll have you know.
Surgical steel.
That's probably more accurate, yeah.
So, Elise just keeps looking over at Kearney every once in a while. Check if they're sleeping yet.
Takes a long time for Karini to settle in, but eventually, Karini, you do fall asleep.
Elise,
An hour later, I'm back to my regular face. But please
Elise-
know that I'm still stressed out.
Elise is gonna watch Kearney while they talk. And they say, so those frogs, they weren't exactly, you know.
Keep your voice down. Not that low. We can't hear you.
Is somebody able to do a cone of silence?
I think that person is Kearney. Yeah.
Just wait for a
Perfect.
second. Karini, can you just cast a cone of silence on yourself for like 10 minutes? That'd be great.
Nothing to see here. We just want you to sleep really well, and we're noisy.
Or here. Nothing at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Nothing suspicious
Okay.
whatsoever.
I just want to note that my passive perception, even when I'm asleep, is a 19. Carry on.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know that in Canter. So, like, do we tell her? Do we get to lie?
I feel like this might be one of those situations where lying is appropriate.
Oh, you have no idea what they're talking about, by
Yes,
the way, because
yes.
you didn't see.
Okay, I don't lie very well, but you know what? I can start to learn it now. I can learn now. Okay. What do we need to lie about?
Nothing. Everything is fine.
Was that a lie?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
You know, if the truth comes out, let us just put it that way, good friend.
I see. I will wait and see when the truth comes out. It will be apparent.
It will be apparent, but keep the veneer that you don't know that something is going on.
Did you... I don't lie very well. I will try. We will see what happens.
We can't let Kearney know about my mom's secret cookie recipe.
I like cookies.
I know,
I
but
also
the
like
recipe's
needles,
very
so...
secret. And Ram's the only one who and Aster, I think, are the only ones who my mom told the recipe.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was trusted with the recipe because I don't eat.
And then Aster found out because Aster knows when there is truth and there
I
are
need
lies.
Elise and Ram to roll deception checks and to roll insight.
Excellent. Okay, hold on.
14. Not bad.
Oh, that was almost a 1.
That was history, not deception.
Oh, imagine it's a 23.
Okay, insight. Ooh. Nothing to see here.
You're
Yeah.
pretty sure that Ram is lying about something, but you're not sure about Elise.
Something strange is going on, but I do not need to know today. I am going to go work on Beboop's arm while you discuss what you need to talk about. I do not need to know. Goodbye.
Bye.
And I hop off to start working on Beboop's silverware arm cannon. The end.
Excellent.
You're gonna have to convince your girlfriend that you need to keep my mom's cookie recipe a secret, capiche? Elisa's a suddenly Italian.
I'm not a very convincing person.
Sometimes it's not about how convincing you are, Ram, but how much somebody wants to believe. Because they love you.
You never said it.
Wait, did all you know that Cottonwood was an artifact except for me?
I did know that, yeah.
Nobody told me that I was pissing off an artifact. Nobody thought that would be, like, pertinent for me to know.
I didn't, yeah?
They could have, well, they couldn't have because I'm the chosen one. But they could have, like, started beef with the Raven Queen. You know, I'm part of her entourage now.
Yeah?
But I mean, the Raven Queen is a god. But, I still think she could win, Mommy. I mean, the Raven Queen is very powerful.
Yeah, well, I think Cottonwood is not going to be upset that you were starting beef with them, but it was also sort of a, you figured it out and keep it on the DL sort of thing.
But, I mean, like, what happens to all their patrons now?
Who's patrons?
Cottonwood.
Oh.
The opposite of a patron. They're patronees.
Well, Cottonwood's still alive, so it should be fine.
Insight check? Or why? Wait, no. Elisa's just gonna do it. Why do you think that Cottonwood's still alive?
We only found their hands.
I believe this too, honestly, but I don't think Karuni's so convinced.
Well, they did try to message. Or
I also
Granny
tried.
yeah, and it didn't work, which I mean, I don't know much about magic, but I know that it's not foolproof.
You want me to try it now? I mean, I do have spell slots and we're going to sleep.
You want to?
Okay, I'll cast Sending.
Okay.
Lee starts getting out their fingers.
So does Ram, but she's only got 3.
Oh, yeah. Cottonwood. Is that 1 or 2 words?
1 word.
Fun.
Elise here. Rest crew is good. What the fuck was the girl's name who I had
What
the
the
spirit
fuck
in my
was the
lantern
girl's
jingle?
name?
Vera.
Kira is dead. Going. Nightmare Tower. What? His name's not Shakira. That's the singer. Who's
Shakira.
the guy we're gonna go fight who was trapped? It's not Shakira. Oh my god.
Erlon.
Geralt. Artemis, did you book Shakira? Is that
His
why-
hips don't lie.
Gerlon there. Not sure. It's him. We get 25 words?
Yes, you got 7 left.
Yeah, him. Bye. XO, Elise. You have to maximize your usage of the spell sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why the X's and O's are a thing, because you can just keep putting them.
Oh,
To fill it up.
XO 1 word.
No, it's like X and then an O. And they haunt me.
But are they
Well-
like, would they count as 1 word in your, like, it's an X 1 word and then an O 1
Yes.
word? Okay.
Yes. They're hyphenated. But the hyphens
Well,
don't
that would be
count.
one word then. Because a hyphen makes it one word.
I do not know how common works sometimes. I am but a humble public servant. And a godly servant that is not so humble.
I'm gonna say you're not really that humble.
As you
Okay.
cast this spell, and you say these things, you wait a moment, and you do eventually hear Cottonwood's voice,
What?
and they say, "I'm alive, wounded, badly, resting. Take care of my girl."
I'm gonna send back because I still have 2 more spell slots and I'm not gonna regret using them, obviously, because Artemis would
What could
never hurt us.
possibly happen?
Yeah, Artemis would never hurt us more. So I will get the hold on, I have it in the soundboard. Where isn't it? That would happen. Like it would just go above my head. It would go. They got
Ram,
back
you
to me, Ram.
see the like return message come in as Lisa's eyes just go like unfocused for a second.
They go the opposite directions, like Atlas's.
You okay?
Cottonwood got back to me. They're alive.
I knew it. Tell them I have their hand.
Okay. I'm gonna cast the spell then.
In the
Okay.
cold bag of colding, so it'll be good.
Anything else? Hey, oh, you want to tell Cottonwood anything? But I only have 25 words. Letters are different. Than
Thanks.
words.
Thanks for the Beatles.
Should I wake up Karani and ask her, or should I let them sleep?
No.
I feel like it might be good to wake them up and let them know.
Hey, Aster! Hey, Karani!
Oh, Fruity, make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom save? Oh god. I am good.
Don't eat Elise!
Oh, it still has me under the blessed thing, which would be over by now. It only lasts 10 minutes.
Well, it'll still be at 25, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you're roughly awoken by Elise.
What is that? What?
What?
Esther
Hello?
wakes up like she's ready to summon her soul leaves.
That was a saving throw for why does my party keep harassing me while I try to sleep?
What do you want?
Cottonwood's alive!
Karani!
Cottonwood's alive! I just messaged them, and they got back to me.
And we have a new cookie recipe. It's very exciting.
What? Okay.
You want to tell them anything?
Great.
One eye is flashing.
I'm just glad they're alive, I guess.
I mean, you can
That's
message
it.
them yourself too if you wanted, but I just thought that you should know because I know you were getting angsty over it, which is understandable.
Uh-huh.
And I get the feeling I shouldn't have awakened you.
Alright. I'm glad to know that. Thank
Okay,
you.
well, I'm gonna send them a message. You don't have anything you want on the itinerary?
No, just I'm glad they're okay.
Okay. Elise again. Ram. Bag of colding.
Has hand.
Has your hand. Oh, thanks. 4 beetles. Karani, happy. You're alive. Aster 2. Your Archfey! Is Archfey 1 word or 2 words?
One.
Your Archfey. Where you at, Elise? See, I didn't even need any X's and O that time. I was perfect.
You could have said love Elise.
Wait, I get 27 words?
I thought you had 2 fingers left.
No.
I'm sorry, I've only got 3 fingers, so sometimes I don't count well on other people's fingers.
It's okay. You know what? Maybe the Raven Queen said, when I, like, reach my full potential, I can change my form whenever I want. So I could have 3 fingers eventually. We could just be, like, 2 cool people with 3 fingers. 6 total.
Here, I thought you said you were going to get extra words for your sending. No.
I would get to change my appearance to have more real fingers.
Well, there's a pause, Elise, and you get back. Good to know I'm safe and hiding at the moment in the garden. We'll talk later.
Do I know what the garden means?
Like history, arcana, or religion check.
I don't think I'm good at any of those. Oh wait, no, I have history. I don't have religion despite being a chosen one.
You're vaguely aware of it. It's an outer realm. You don't know much about it. It's sort of one of the more obscure ones.
Oh, so it's like underground. Nobody's ever heard of it. No. I'm gonna ask the others what they think of that, and I whisper it. Because Con one's in. Actually, can I say through our telepathic? I have telepathy from being an aberrant sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll use my last spell to cast it. My last level 3.
Okay.
Oh no, it's level 5. I'll mark that off, and I'll tell them all where what's hiding and if they know what that means. Maybe we should have done this thing in the bond actually to begin with.
Maybe.
Oops. Anyways, does that ring the bell? The garden.
You guys
Does
can
it
all
ring a
make
bell?
history, arcana, or religion checks.
Okay.
I know. I know of a garden of olives, and they have the best bread and salad.
16 for me.
It's unlimited.
Shit. Oh.
Same.
25 for me, apparently.
Jeez.
Well,
I made my check.
Ram and Karini, again, it sounds like something maybe you've heard of a long time ago. Oh, you're pretty sure that you wandered through there once on accident.
That tracks.
I have been to the garden. Not too high. I was chasing a beetle, but it got away. Do I know anything about it? The garden?
It is considered to be the starting place of all life.
The garden. Oh, and anything else? Sorry. Okay, yeah.
There is one person that lives there, and you didn't meet them, but you saw them from a very long distance away before somebody grabbed you and yanked you through a tree. You're pretty sure it was Collingwood.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, who lives there?
Just one guy. He's just a little
Just one guy, but we don't know his name.
Guy.
I do.
Oh, you do.
Sorry, I do.
Ah. So I think this garden was where all things began. A long, long, long time ago. There is a person that lives. Someone, maybe not a person. Someone lives there. That is what I know.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
that's a good place for Cottonwood to recoup, since there's only one other person there.
Yes.
I just hope it's an
I think-
actual, it sounds like a celestial body of some sort. I hope it's actually that, and not just somebody's backyard.
It could be my mom's back.
They're just chilling in somebody's tree.
They got the hammock set up
Botanical
and
gardens
everything.
in Washington, D.C. or something.
Yep.
Putting peasant sand in it.
Okay, well, that's good then.
That's great
I'm
news.
gonna
We
go
don't
back
know
to
how to really
sleep.
get there though. Okay, you can go to sleep. We'll figure it out later. We have to go
Okay.
to the Nightmare Tower.
I
Yeah.
may remember, but mostly I was chasing a beetle. That is the story of many of my adventures here in the Feywild. I
What?
chased a lot of beetles back in the day.
To pull a
I
beetle
didn't
out of a
catch a
bag of
lot of
holding.
beetles. Oh,
Here you
I will
go.
eat a beetle. Thanks, Ram.
No problem.
I love that you're just using the beetles, like frozen Feywild beetles, as positive reinforcement for your Kenku.
Damn, you found me out.
It works.
You want a beetle? Here. You did a good job. Here you go.
I do. Thanks. I do want a beetle. I like those beetles.
I give them another beetle because we've all had a bad day.
Little legs are sticking out of my beak, wiggling. You know,
With your nose
it's
mouth.
a good day for me.
Okay.
Do
So
you think
Rainy goes back
should
to
we-
sleep. Okay. What are you guys setting up watches? Or like what are you doing?
I don't sleep.
No, neither does B
You
Boop.
do have
So
to shut down for 4 hours, ma'am.
Yes,
Boop's
but
on
it
this.
specifically states that I am still aware.
I know.
So
Oh.
You just don't
Do
move,
not
basically, right?
enrage the
Yeah.
DM.
Okay, Ross.
man. Look,
Oh, you're working on Beboop for a little while?
hmm Do I need to make a roll?
Yeah, make me a tinker's check, please.
I'm
Okay.
knitting the cloaks that go.
Yay.
I think I've got 2
Okay.
done now.
What does a
Please, are you going to
tinkerer's check
bed?
go under?
Please, are you going to bed? Okay. So
I
you
think-
go just into a cot and start your part-time job.
I think your tinker tool is sleight of hand, but
Dex plus
using
your
intelligence.
Yeah, something like that.
Instead
Sleight
of
of hand.
dex.
Sleight of hand.
But change the modifier to dex instead of or to intelligence instead of dex.
Okay. Hold on here. Okay. Great. Ooh. 10. It's not going very well.
So you
a lot
have
of
the basic
banging.
idea in your head of what you want,
Ah.
but the execution just isn't quite there yet. Like you think maybe with a few days work, you could probably get it to work. What's up, Ram?
I believe because O is proficient in Tinker's tools, it should also have a proficiency bonus on it.
Should.
So what is it? +4.
What is it now?
Yeah, +4.
14. Yeah,
14.
so you don't have, it's not working yet, but you can see like you've got the beginning stages of it. You've got like a schematic sketched out on a piece of parchment, and you're like really sort of focused in on how you want it to work, and like you're pretty sure that it at the moment it won't work just yet, but with a few days you could probably get it to at least fire forks.
Perfect. That's what I want. And just to be clear, I'm doing this because I can see that Boop really loves Ram, so I'm doing it on the same arm as Ram, and I'm trying to make it look like Ram's special arm so that they can be buddies. A little bit of twinsy stuff going on here. Yeah. The end. Okay. You're welcome, everyone.
I love him.
This little nervous pangolin. Okay, so O works on that for a little while, and then probably knowing, oh, Crash is outside.
Mm-hmm.
And Ram, you're sort of by yourself. Greenie, as you fall back into sleep, you begin to dream. And you dream of blood and fire and death and your home, and you see the gate very clearly in your mind, and everything around it is on fire. And you sleep very badly. And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
That's gonna go really well. On save. +0. 8.
You do not gain the benefits of a long rest.
Cool.
You are the first one awake, and you look like you have not slept because you kind of haven't. But Ram, you see, like, as what qualifies as morning comes, Karini wakes up and just looks not good.
You okay, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
You don't look okay.
I'm very tired. Gonna, like, go out, sit by... There's, like, a campfire or something.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast Commune.
Okay.
And just try to get some answers on something.
Okay. So go ahead and describe your ritual.
Oh gosh. Hang on, let me look at what all's involved in this spell to begin with. I just get out, like, some incense and a little jar of, like, kind of holy water. I think I, like, pour the holy water on the incense before I light it.
Okay.
And I just, like, sit with the incense, like, kind of right below where my nose is so that I can smell it really easily and try to, like, focus a little bit.
So you inhale as the smell of the incense sort of washes over you. And Ram, you see Karini's eyes flash in that bright sort of sunflower yellow that her magic is. And Greenie, you can feel a wave of heat wash over you. And you open your eyes, and standing before you in a way that you have never seen before, and you think that it's probably because you're on this side of the gate, but you can see the Everlight standing in front of you, and she looks furious in a way that you have never seen before and didn't know that she could really look. And she looks at you and she doesn't say anything, but she waits for you to ask.
Is Cottonwood safe where they are?
Takes a moment, and, like, you can see her eyes flash like a burning red, and then it goes back to, like, the normal yellow that they are, and she nods.
And is this tower really where we need to go
And
to
there's
fix the
another flash.
Feywild?
There's another flash, and she nods again.
Am I a horrible person now? Like, am I a failure?
Sort of tilts her head, and there's a little bit of a softening to her face, but she still is firm. And she says, "You have spilled innocent blood, child. You must atone."
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And your spell sort of ends. And you come back to yourself, and you have a terrible headache for a moment. And then everything around you just goes dark. And Ram, you see Karini pass out.
Help! Help! Please wake up.
The rest of you hear Ram calling for help.
It's like patting her cheeks because
Knocking
I'm
over.
not a medical person.
So, Ram, as you touch Karini's face, she is burning up. Like, it feels like if you hold your hands there, it might hurt to actually hang on to her.
Oh. I put her in the bag of colding.
Don't do that to. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice because I'm not a doctor again. But I don't think you're supposed to do that in real life to people with hyperthermia. Just saying. For real life purposes, not for the
She
game.
doesn't have hypothermia. She's got the opposite of hypothermia.
She's got
Hyper, not hypo.
Oh. I misheard that. My apologies.
So you wake Elise up?
Uh,
Yeah, Ram wakes everybody up with that.
I'm gonna get a
I
demand
have
for
over.
work. What's going on?
Ram!
As I'm like putting Kirini legs first into the bag.
Did you kill Karini?
No!
What?
She passed out and
Ram,
she's
what?
burning up, so I'm putting her in the bag of colding to cool
What do
her
you
off.
mean she's burning up?
Temperature high.
Ask her do something.
About 3 seconds before Karini disappears into the bag of colding.
I don't put her all the way in, just so like her head is
Looking
out.
at my character sheet. Oh, the Everlight's hot.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's hot.
So I have her like she's all the way in the bag except for her head, and then I put the frosty whetstones on like her forehead and her like collarbones because they're cold.
One of them shatters.
Oh shit!
What did you put on her?
One of my whetstones.
Oh,
The,
does it?
the elemental whetstones that I have, like it's a cold whetstone. It does like
Cold.
make icy damage stuff.
I mean, Karini has a lot of hit points, right?
Eh,
I could Ray of Frost them, but I don't. Probably not.
if you had to put a number on it, I would say around 92.
Would a lesser restoration help here?
Maybe.
I don't have.
You can make a medicine check.
I don't know. I'm not a medical person.
Make a what check?
Make a medicine check.
Did you have
Okay,
to
hold
do
on
like
here.
a first aid course in like the army?
No, we were all robots that didn't have a mind at first.
So they didn't even give you. They should have allocated more resources to that.
Yeah, they didn't because we were disposable.
Medicine.
I feel like things just got even more heated.
18.
You're pretty sure that that will not do the trick.
What
Okay.
if somebody kissed them on the mouth?
Try it.
I don't
But
have
you
a
can't
mouse.
get consent first
Crap, you're
because
right.
they've passed out. So I maybe not.
This is not a fairy tale, you're right. What if we. Fuck. Elise closes
You
their
would
eyes.
definitely need permission to fuck.
No, it was an expletive. Elise closes their eyes. Elise closes their eyes, and Elise doesn't have like. Elise tries to reach out, not necessarily to the Raven Queen, but like anything to like let them know how to help Karini. And I was wondering, Artemis, for roleplay sake, is there any way that they could maybe reach out to that kind of like aberrant entity that gives them their sorcery abilities in some way.
Arcana check.
Elise is not doing it purposefully, but to flavor it. See, this is not a good roll.
You have
You reach
inspiration?
out and there is no answer.
Okay. Wait, do we get a new inspiration at the start of every session?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to put it on the
No problem. I just want to make sure.
on your sheet.
Wonk. I'll try again using my inspiration. So unwonk
Okay.
it. It is marginally
There is
better.
no answer.
Yeah.
Better, but not much.
Okay, Elise looks through what they can do, which is probably not create a bunch of bees will help.
Not the bees!
You know, everybody loves bee therapy.
Karini, do you feel like you're well off in our healing hands? 'Cause this is going super well right now.
Elise has literally nothing that they can do that heals.
I have Cure Wounds, and I will cast that, although I suspect that will not have any more effect unless the restoration would have.
But can you, like, do it with love and care and, like, friendship? Maybe? That will help?
O does everything with love and care and friendship, whether it's necessary or not. Yes. Okay, so I will cast that. 1 second. Beep. Did that work?
Does not
Yes.
seem to make one bit of difference.
Fair enough. That is kind of that's what I thought was going to happen, so...
You can do mind thingies, right? Elise, can't you just go into her mind and be like, wake up, bitch?
Okay, I will go and I will, like, perpendicularly press my forehead into Karini's and try to intercept their mind palace.
Okay, so you head bonk Karini, and as you try to like use your mental capabilities, you hit a wall of heat that sort of blasts you back into yourself, and you're gonna take 13 psychic damage as you're knocked back into yourself.
I resist psychic, I believe. Let me double check.
Yet one more time where Karini tries to take a rest and we're harassing them.
Yeah, I have resistance.
No!
Okay, so it's only half then.
So is that 6 or 7?
Passed out to get away
6.
from us?
You take 6 damage, 6 psychic damage, and you've got a headache.
Okay. I go, ugh. I think they, I don't think it worked. It's, like, hot in there. Like, not in, like, a ooh, sexy way, but oh my...
Maybe send a message to Cottonwood, maybe?
I don't think that will... I mean, I can try... How many hours has it been?
We slept.
Since I went to bed.
You would have gotten your long rest by now, so I can give that to you, except for how do I do that without giving it to Karini?
You can't.
It's okay, I can just go back and unset all my features. Because I didn't use that much anyway, so just...
I just did it manually on Aster and Ram.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do... So
undo everything except for the cure wounds that you've used.
Third is back, and then the cure wounds... Yeah. Okay, taking care of this. I'm gonna stop... Yeah.
See, everybody except for Karini gets their stuff back.
Okay.
I mean... I feel like right now, we just gotta try to cool Karini down and let her get over whatever this is, unless any of you know any other ideas.
My
idea was putting her in the bag of holding, so, like, I'm not the greatest.
Would Aster have any ideas? Maybe we could roll, like, a Arcana check?
I was like, wait, that was their woe, never mind.
could like
I thought that was a medicine check. Aster can roll a
No.
medicine check.
yeah,
Okay.
or like go because like they could harken back to their times in the swamp when they met Shrek, who could help them.
Get out my swamp,
And Donkey.
That Shrek one shot was
team.
so good, Artemis.
Aster thinks that this is beyond any of you. This is something that Karani is probably going to go through until they're done going through it.
Can we take them someplace safe then?
We're in the
Where they can
Feywild and kind of on a
rest.
timeline.
Only a day from the fading city. You don't exactly know what waits you there, but you know there are people there.
Is there something that is related to the Everlight? Someplace they could rest?
I
A
don't
temple,
think I've ever
perhaps.
been to the fading city, so I don't know.
Have I been to the fading city chasing bugs? Question.
Roll me a history check.
Okay. $22.
That's pretty good.
You've never been there, but you do know that the fading city goes between the Feywild and the material plane. It flips back and forth. You saw it once when you were very young back in the material plane.
Okay. The fading city moves. It moves between spaces. I do not know how to explain it, but it moves.
Well, what if we put
Do I
her
know-
there and then it moves while we're gone?
It will come back again
But what if we're
sometime.
not here? What if we fix the Feywild? Will it come back to the Astral Sea or will it go to the Feywild?
I do not know. I do not have a good answer for you, Ram.
I'm a little stressed.
But I do not think that we can travel with Karini like this. We need to find someplace safe for her to rest and heal, and maybe someone who can help her.
Yes. Well, let's go.
Okay.
Just like
You pack up the bubble.
pack up the bubble, keep Kirani head and one arm hanging out of the bag so that she's still mostly cold.
I love the visual of that.
Just fanning all the cold air back in at Karini.
Why do you have a furbolg hanging out of your bag? Oh, just cause.
That's how we roll.
Okay, so you pack up, you get ready to go. You keep Karani partially out of the bag of holding because it's funny. Or bag of colding.
Well, I can't put her all the way in. There's only 10 minutes of air.
That's true. Very true. But whoever is leading the way, roll me a survival check. Probably Aster.
Yeah.
Can Aster also check for Druidic possibly as we're traveling?
Natural
could.
20 from Aster.
So Aster's a little
Ooh.
stressed out too, and very focused in an un-Aster-like way, and is able to sort of guide you on a path towards the east. They seem to have figured out, given all of the celestial bodies overhead, which directions are which and stuff like that. And she consults her little star chart and mumbles a couple of things and continue it sort of points you in the right direction, and you all take off. And as you walk, there is still that strange silence. There is no birds, no bugs. There are lightning bugs that you can see, but they don't make any noise.
Why is it so quiet here. I do not think it was like this before. It is so strange.
Probably something about
Elise?
when you move a Feywild, the ecosystem gets disrupted and nature stuff. I don't know. I had to read it for school.
Yes, I understand. That makes sense.
Yes, ecosystem.
I do not like it, though.
No, I don't either. Normally, I like to hear the sound of my own voice uninhibited, but it's quite unsettling now.
It almost echoes, Elise.
Yeah. But you know what's good about this is we'll most likely hear anything coming up upon us. Hope.
Perhaps we will. Ram, do you have any more beetles?
Yeah, here.
Thanks. There are none in the woods
Got two.
right
Are
now.
you trying to go quietly? Are you just moving? Like,
Moving with speed to get Kirini somewhere safe.
Yeah, and I would have cast Pass Without Trace on us, so I'll expend that for my thingamajig.
okay, so you can roll me stealth checks then.
Let me just add the
Wait, I need to target everybody else to do it?
Nope. That's just your concentration check for the next hour. I'll
Oh, okay.
add it to everyone for the
Because Pass Without Trace. It will give us, I think, let me open it again.
gives you plus 10.
Yeah, you all get a plus 10. And it is a second level spell.
You will have to remove a couple of things on the combat tracker, DM.
Bless you.
But I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you. Sorry, I wasn't looking at my screen.
I'm gonna spend one one of my magical guidances.
Do you need me to take off the combat tracker?
Elise has passed without a trace 3 times, and they're also prone.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I've just been like twitching, sliding on the ground, like this.
Asser has
Please,
Breath
is
of
just
Nature.
T-posing in the corner.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
I like what we have with the little mouthpiece because sometimes I like to pretend I'm a hamster. Yeah.
Group hydrate.
Group hamster.
Asser has the Wrath of Nature that needs to go away. That was from the frog fight.
Guys, I'm gonna regret eating all this.
I think
medication in
my
one
bond was still on
Your
at some
death
point.
ward should be off too.
Yeah.
Nature. There we go. Okay.
I think
Anybody
that's
else got
everything.
anything on that they shouldn't have?
No, I think that's
I
everything.
don't think so.
Okay,
Not
everybody
sure.
go ahead and roll me stealth check then.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's what we were doing. Wow. I'm super stealthy.
Nice one, Ram.
That's okay. It just means they're going to hit me first.
Tracks that Aster's just as bad because she's with you.
Yeah.
It doesn't track that I was the quietest one there.
Actually, you rolled a 30 last time
Ow.
and Ram couldn't find you in the underbrush, so.
That's true.
Oh, how stealthy am I?
So sneaky.
Okay, so you think you're stealthy, but you guys are moving pretty fast. And Ram, again, you lose O somewhere in the underbrush, but you can hear B-Boot crashing ahead of you somewhere.
Beetle. Everyone's gonna just like hold out a beetle for them to come get and eat.
You just see like a head and a beak pop out of a bush somewhere.
Just so we know that they're still there.
Pretty much. But you make good progress throughout the day, and when it's getting to be towards early evening, you start to see like in the like periphery of your visions you can see what look to be ruined columns of some kind, like stone columns. And as you're walking, you find that you are actually on a old road, like an old flagstone road that's been sort of retaken by the nature around it. Every once in a while, you can see one of those big paving stones that would be on the road, and you follow it, and more out of the darkness, you start to see buildings, like ruined buildings. Nothing is more than like 2 or 3 feet high at this point, but you begin to see things coming out of the darkness, and eventually you come to what looks to be like the ruins of an old watchtower, and uh sort of beyond that, you can maybe in the dark, it's kind of hard to tell from the distance that you're at, but you can see what look to be blue lights, maybe. You're not really sure from where you're at. It's still too far away, but you're thinking maybe that's kind of the direction you have to go in. And as you're approaching this watchtower, everybody make me perception checks.
Dirty 20 for Ram and 19 for Esther.
Net 20 for
A natural 20. Yeah.
Well, you are like you've learned your lesson with these lightning bugs, that you can't eat them. They're pretty, but you can't eat them because they shock you. And you're chasing one of these like through a shrubbery of some kind. And when you come out the other side, the little lightning bug has sort of like floated up above your head, and it moves out of the way just enough that you see that there is a figure crouched in a tree branch overhead. And she sort of sees you at the same time that you see her, and drops down in front of all of you. And if you want to describe your new person there,
What? Oh my god, a fake out is switching.
A switcheroo for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Hopefully.
hopefully.
I'm shook.
There, I don't know if I ever said how tall. I don't think I did. Maybe like 5'4", not that tall. Elf, but like kind of one of those elves. Were some of them by the tree when we first came through? Were they Eladrin?
Yeah, a couple of the guards were.
So she's kind of like them. She's got like short, kind of wavy hair that's like spring green, and her eyes are green. Her skin's real like peachy. And she's wearing this like kind of baby blue and steely blue like clothes and leather armor.
Hello.
Oh?
Who are you? Why were
Who
you
are you?
in the tree? I am O. Opossum's
I am Eerie.
hiss. Hello, Eerie.
Hello.
What were you doing in the tree?
Watching. What are you doing here?
Trying not to eat lightning bugs right now. They
Those
snap
will hurt
in my
you.
mouth. Yes, they do.
Mm.
I do not like eating them, but I want to eat them. What do you do in the Feywild?
I work here.
Oh. What is your job? I am a kangaroo.
I keep watch. Mostly.
Over what?
The city. I kind of gesture back to the blue lights. Which I assume is the city. I, Emily, am assuming it's the city.
We are trying to take our friend to city also.
Oh?
They are not well.
Where?
They are in cold storage right now. Ram?
That sounds so messed
I
up.
just sort of like move the bag of holding and hold it up. So there's this like bag. It looks like a bag of holding, but blue. And there's like a fur bulkhead and an arm hanging out.
That is our friend. She needs some help right now.
She
Not
might be
the
sick
help
because
we
you
are
have her
giving
in a
her.
freezer bag.
We had to, or she would overheat and burn.
What do you mean? I'll like hold my hand up to her
There.
forehead.
Your hand like
There you go.
closer, you can feel it like there is heat coming off of her.
See what I mean?
She is
Okay.
too hot. Too hot. Can
Hot.
you help us?
Sure.
By the way, if you're gonna help us, don't go in her mind because it's very hot in there too.
What?
I'm not good at linking, so I have to really try.
Okay.
Elise does it flawlessly, by the way. Elise catches it. I don't have that skill.
Don't go.
You watch.
Gotcha.
Do you know where we could bring her?
I mean, there's druids.
Yes, perhaps.
Picky to them.
What kind of druids are they?
All sorts.
We have a really cool druid right here. I pat Aster on the back.
Yeah.
Like waved.
By the way,
Interesting bunch.
I'm Elise. Pleasure to meet you.
Hi. Pleasure to meet you too. Like, shake your hand. It's like slightly dewy.
What's your favorite color? I also have my back secrets out. I don't know if it's going to work in the Feywild, but I was busy fixing the layout, so I didn't do it right away.
Yeah, it does work here.
Okay.
I think.
Oh no, she's hot too.
Green?
She can't be
Probably.
trusted.
What?
No.
She can't be trusted if she likes green.
If you say so, I'll start walking away.
Ram, I like green too, but I think you trust me. Maybe we can give her a second chance.
Send Muffy a secret and me as well, please.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
But no
What kind of secret?
pressure.
I didn't think about this.
You wasn't gonna miss out on your character a second time.
I mean, you eventually found out Karini's secret.
True.
Granny's secret is that they actually really love us.
That we actually don't drive them crazy. But
that we are totally with more positive benefits than detracting negatives.
yes.
We're great at murder.
Speaking of murder, if you want to help or hinder the party with murdering, you can use your channel points.
Yeah, you can.
And don't forget to donate to Extra Life.
Yes.
And you can use code TheVoctaire at CanadianDice.ca to receive 15% off your order.
Thanks, guys. I didn't have to do anything. Okay, fine. You can have a second chance. Only if you help Kirani. Or get us somewhere where somebody can help her.
Okay. Sure.
Thank
I
you.
guess I could do that. Follow me. And she like
You
runs.
are very helpful.
And she's
Thank you.
very fast.
She turns around and takes off towards the blue lights, and you gotta book it to keep up.
How fast is she
Like
going?
Ram, you probably don't have too much of a you probably don't have too much of trouble because
Okay.
you have a little bit extra speed, but
I've decided
everybody
this
else
is a
definitely
game.
struggling.
How fast
I
do you
am-
go?
40 feet per round-ish.
Whoa.
Okay,
Um,
that's fine.
so as
I
you
was just the
follow,
fastest, but now I'm not.
not the
Don't worry,
smallest,
she's
the
not
only
fast.
fastest. We go the same speed, but if I rage, I can go faster, so I rage.
Oh, sure.
No, I don't actually. I'm just kidding.
So
Yeah.
you on here. Made a pretty map.
Well, look at that map. It's so
It's
pretty.
so pretty.
Ooh, I want to look at the map.
The
and see
lighting
what
effect's
they're
actually
doing.
working.
Mm.
I think so.
Yeah.
I like the map.
Well, as you follow,
Ooh.
I'm just gonna put Karini on there right now because I don't have your new token available to me just yet.
I sent it to you.
Yeah, but I haven't put it on Karini's sheet or anything. Or not on Karini's sheet, but Erie's sheet. So
You're the worst.
I'm not as fast at this as you are, okay? God. But as you enter this city, you can see that at ground level, again, nothing is more than like 3 or 4 feet high. And all of the there's trees that are growing up through all of the ruined buildings and things like that. And as you sort of look around, you can see that there are homes built up into the trees. Everything is up at tree level. And the forest has really retaken everything that's at ground level. Ram, you've been here before. A very long time ago when this place was still a city. It was a stopover on one of your trips through the Feywild. There was a garrison of elves here at one point, and it looked much different. Like the buildings were intact, things like that. It has been left to the wilds since then.
Well, it's
Very
been 2,000
strange.
years.
And maybe even longer in the Feywild because time moves differently. So
what happened to everything?
What do you mean?
There were buildings here.
Well, obviously.
What?
They're gone. Oh, yeah. They're gone. For
Yeah,
sure.
I can see that. But what happened? It was a big bustling city the last time I was here.
It's still a pretty big, bustling city. It's just up there.
So why did everybody move into the trees?
Because the trees moved into our houses.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Is that the reason?
Why did the trees move into your houses? Like,
when
what-
the war ended, the sort of ruling body decided that this place was no longer a strategic resource, and a few rangers stayed behind, but everybody else sort of left and just allowed nature to retake everything, and they built with the city as the trees grew. Like they built the city as the trees grew.
okay, so this isn't like a forced occupation. If it was, you could tell me.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Anyway, we gotta go up.
So you guys watch as did you actually introduce yourself? Like, did you tell them your name?
I'm Irivire, by the way, but you could just call me Eerie because it's usually easier to remember. And I like it.
Irvire?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the formal version.
But Erie is okay?
Elves. Eerie's okay.
Okay.
I know.
You watch as Eerie goes over to a tree where there is a rope that's hanging down that has like a loop that's about foot level and a loop that's about hand level. and they step into the loop with their foot and hold on with their hand, and it like yoinks them up into the tree.
I want to do
And-
that.
Whoa.
And then a couple of seconds later, the rope comes back down.
I hop in without any care of myself or Kirani or Aster.
Yeah, Aster has about 3 seconds to just like yoink around your head as you grab a hold of the loop, and you're like yoinked right up into the tree, and you're sort of dropped off on a platform, and the rope goes back down.
That was fun.
Yeah. It's so fast.
It was like Aster just goes, "That tickled my stomach."
Please don't throw up on my head.
Do you need
Again.
some magnesium, whatever the heck it is?
Ginger.
My dog.
Or that.
No, not your dog.
I don't know. There's druids. They know how to do it.
A couple of
Do I
seconds
think
later,
that-
O comes flying up.
Whee! I flew again.
Elise claps from the bottom because Elise is checking if they think that this would be compliant where they're from for safety.
Is it OSHA certified?
Is it
Definitely not.
Make an
certified?
intelligence check.
Can I have advantage because I'm a courtier?
No, because it doesn't really have anything to do with that.
I thought it would have to do with dense legalese, over 600 pages in fact. Or the OSHA guideline. I know.
This would not pass a check back home.
Elise, come up. It is a lot of fun. And we are very high up now.
Are you sure it's safe?
Very, very safe. Come on.
Sorry, that was a lie. It probably isn't, but we're okay.
I mean, there has to be. Do you?
Put your foot in it.
I think I would want to put more than a foot in it.
I think if you put more than a foot in it, it might cut you in half.
Hold on tight, Elise.
Hold on tight.
Oh, I hold on tight, and as I'm going up, I pray to the Raven Queen that if I do die, I just like follow slow motion and then do like 3 backflips and then shablam with my non-binary OC just like in splits
Belly
and
flop.
then die.
You have about 1/8 of that thought before you're just like yeeted into the air, and like all of your guts fly up into your head as you basically just like land right next to Ram, and like before you know it, the ride is over.
All right.
So safe.
You know,
You made it.
did I?
Yes.
Here.
You are here.
Yes, but
Officially.
what? Get me off of it. Get me off of it.
Oh,
You know the
I
thing when you
grab
like
you
try to pick up like a
pull you
cat
in.
when they're holding onto like a chair
You
leg
just, like,
or a table leg?
Feel ease off of it.
Yeah.
Elise is so clean. I
can't-
don't want to hold on
I
to
can't
it.
take you
No.
off of it if you keep holding on to it.
I know. I just feel like I'm gonna fall, but I know I'm not. Just you're stronger than me.
Let go, or you will go back down, Elise.
Okay. Okay. Ready?
Which I do not think you want.
I'm an airplane. Actually, I'm a skyship. Look at me.
You let go, and the rope goes back down,
Oh.
and you guys are on this like raised walkway, and you can see like houses with lamps burning in them, and Grainy, or not Grainy, but Eerie takes off running. It'll take me a minute to get used to. Eerie takes off running towards like the center of town along these walkways.
You think
They are
Eerie
so
is a morning
fast.
person? I feel like they're a morning person.
Is it morning?
Definitely.
Oh, it is morning. Yes.
Follow along,
I
I,
think-
guess.
Yes.
Okay.
They are very fast.
I pick up Lilies
You
and
guys-
O and just carry everybody.
Yeah. You thunder across the planks as you follow along, and you can see like there are a lot of curious faces looking out of windows at you, and
Are these
like
platforms weight tested to like 800 pounds? Just curious, asking for a friend.
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
couple of the faces seem very interested in you. A couple of them, like, you can see that they shut their curtains very quickly, like nervous about outsiders. But
Rude.
you follow sort of to the central area of the village, and there is a large building that is sort of wrapped around the center part of a tree. Like, it is wrapped around it, and this seems to be like the central meeting area of the village. And Eerie disappears inside, leaves the door open, light sort of shining out. You can hear voices inside.
Last chance to run away, everyone. No? Okay, I carry everybody inside and put them
Elise is
down.
still kind of like
Like
now using like your arm as the pole.
koala on my arm.
It's less that we were up really high, but more the lack of safety measures, honestly.
We are very safe. It is all right, Elise. Do not worry.
The thing is, I know O
So-
isn't lying to me and they believe that, but Elise is still... So, like, Elise does feel better about it. But not enough to let go of Ram yet. But they're slowly, like... You can see Elise kind of, like every few moments trying to disengage. I just,
So, yeah.
I think that there could be some really good renovations, to bring this up to code, to make it safe for people of your size and stature, Ram, and for people of my size and stature who are very fragile.
So, like, handrails and
think-
support beams?
Yes, and maybe a ramp.
Just be very careful. It will be all right, Elise. Do not worry. This is safe.
But if I worry about this, I won't be worrying about other more consequential things. Did you ever think of that?
That's true. We go inside.
No.
Okay, so you walk in carrying everybody,
Yeah.
and the noise inside stops, and you see what looks to be a tavern area, and it's got like a long picnic table in it with seat or like benches, and there are more people here than you would have expected. And they all seem to be either elves or humans. You see a couple of genasi as well. You don't really see any dwarves or anything like that, but there are, strangely enough, there are a couple drow here too. And as they all sort of stop and look at you, you can see Eerie at the what serves as a bar area, and she seems to be talking animatedly to a female elf with sort of long silver hair, bright purple eyes, and like very pale skin. And I think that's probably a good place to take our break.
And they said their friend was on fire or something.
We'll be back. Yellow.
Here.
We're back.
Yeah, hello.
We're here, and mostly queer. Okay, so when we left off, you guys had arrived in Chanel and met a new friend, you think. You're not sure.
I don't
They're a
know,
little
she
hyper.
likes green.
There is that. God, the weather changes are making my ears itch so bad.
Same.
Anyways,
You know what's unfair is that you itch Pasta's ears for her, but she doesn't help you.
you would claw the shit out of my ears.
Maybe it's for the best.
Cats.
Honestly,
Yeah, maybe.
sometimes it gets so
At this
itchy.
point, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like sometimes, man,
Worth it.
sometimes. Ugh. It's all the change in pressure, I think, but it's just like, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did they say your name?
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Pasta.
What's
Pasta.
He says,
Pretty
Oscar, everybody loves you.
baby.
he says, I want to be red.
Hi. Okay, so you arrived in Shinalistra and have met
Are you stuck?
Eerie.
There she-
She's just chirping.
Aw.
And they have led you
Aw.
to the sort of center gathering area of the city. And you have found yourself in a treehouse-esque tavern of sorts. And as you all enter, the room goes quiet. And except for Eerie, who is talking very animatedly to somebody behind the bar. And the person that they're talking to, you see, is a female with long silver hair. You can tell she's a wood elf. She's got purple eyes, and she has dark blue face tattoos that are very reminiscent of tiger markings. And as she sees you enter, she kind of looks at all of you and looks at
And
Eerie.
it's them. Their friend is in a bag, which I found a little strange, but she is very hot.
Is in
Like
is
temperature.
the attractive? Oh, okay.
No, like if you get close to her, it's like, ha, I might burn myself, kind of.
And then if you go in her brain, it's like, ah.
Why are you in her
This
brain?
just gets weirder and weirder.
Because it
He
was
didn't
hard to
tell-
figure out what was wrong, and I'm not a healer, I'm a sorcerer. And the chosen one. No, my name is Elise. Nice to meet you, by the way.
Welcome to Shinalistra. I'm Kaylin Ann.
And this is my
And-
cool friend Aster. They're a druid.
Welcome, Druid Aster. She says like it's a title. A little confused.
Come on, Aster. Is Aster just frozen?
She's like probably hiding in her hair.
So, like, Ram, you were there when Karani awoke this morning. Can you describe the scene?
Your secret for you.
She came out of the tent and knelt by the fire and set up a bunch of stuff that I don't understand. And then she went away mentally for a minute, and then she passed out.
I'm sorry, she passed out after she cast a spell.
Yes. I think it was a spell. I don't know. I'm not a caster.
I think it was a spell. Karani is a worshiper of the Everlight. And whenever they get all their ritualistic stuff out, I assume it's for religious purposes. And not just to do cool shit. Sometimes, though, both.
She also became very, very hot, and I put her in the bag of holding, mostly, and I pulled up the bag of holding with her.
You can see a bunch of people in the room just kind of look at that, like.
She's still quite hot, though. Like,
it's true.
So be careful.
We are all over the good first impressions here.
So I tried to communicate mentally with Karani because again, Amelie is the chosen one. And I do have great psychic intuition, but unfortunately, there was some sort of flaming barrier.
You chosen for?
What am I chosen for?
Yeah.
The Raven Queen. I hold up my lantern.
Oh wow, that's a look, huh?
Elise, maybe it's not best to just flout our religious leanings all out in the open right away as soon as we meet people.
Why? What's your religious leanings?
I hate them.
Oh. Okay.
I fought in the war. It's a big long thing. It's my whole backstory. It's fine.
It's not fun, what they're saying, but it will take a long time to explain. And we need to focus on Granny here. By the way, this is O and Bebop.
Boop.
Hi.
Bebop.
I like Bebop.
Stop
Bebop
it.
the hip
Beep it.
pangolin.
Beboop in my arms. Hi.
It's his stage name.
I am not the chosen one or a chosen one. I am here to help. That is
They're
all.
here to help.
Yes.
That's what they said.
Okay, so your friend needs medical attention then.
Well,
Yes.
she is usually our medical attention, and as you can see, she is slightly indisposed.
Okay, well,
Oh.
we've got some fairly good healers here.
That's
Can
good.
discuss.
That's true.
Yeah, Kareni's normally our healer, so we're kind of in a tough bind right now.
I literally just said that.
I'm repeating what you said to bolster it.
Okay, got it. Sorry. I thought you were just not listening to me. I'm sorry. I'm
No.
very stressed out.
Sorry, Ram, I normally don't listen, but it was actually listening that time.
Okay.
Doing it. I'm repeating the damn computer.
I've got one job on this stupid ship.
I'm hyping you up.
Okay. I guess.
Sure. And she comes around the bar, and you can see sort of padding along behind her is a massive pure white direwolf. And she says,
I give it
"Here,
scritches.
come with me." And she leads you, like she starts walking along the like the length of the bar towards a door.
Okay. I just want to put this out there so everybody is on the same page. If you kill Kareni, I kill you. Good talk.
Which one is that?
The one in the bag.
Oh. Okay. Right.
She's my emotional support verbalog.
So
Okay.
as you do you follow?
Yes.
Okay, so as you follow, the noise in the room starts to pick up again, and it seems to be chatter about all of you suddenly appearing in the village. And some of it is curiosity, and there is a little bit of Ram, you can hear a little bit of distrust in
That's
some of
fine.
it.
I don't trust them either.
And you're led into like a separate area of this, like what serves as a tavern, and there are like living spaces set up in here. It seems to be like a longhouse of some kind. There are beds and things like that, and she points to one of the beds and she says, "Put her there. I'll go fetch the healer."
I like lay her down, but still mostly in the bag. So it's just like, but have her head like up on the pillow.
The bedding catches on fire. No.
Okay, so she leaves for a few minutes, comes back with what looks to be a male high elf who has like a satchel attached to his bag. And
not a satchel, it's a purse. Thicko. I know that's not the quote.
That's my purse. I don't know you. And as he approaches, he says, "Can you please take her out of the bag?
Okay,
Can't
fair warning.
help if she's."
If anything catches fire, I'm not liable. And I start taking the bag off of her like a snake skin.
Okay. So you take Karini out, lay her down on the bed, and Ram, you can feel that intense heat. The bag of colding seems like it has done nothing in that regard. Like her fever has not changed at all. And the man introduces himself as Aidhart, and he says, "I'll see what I can do." And he begins, like, he says a few chants and sort of runs his hand over the air over Karini, like feeling the heat, and his eyes flash over and you can see he's kind of testing a few things, and he checks her pulse, and like when he goes to check her pulse, like he pulls his hand away suddenly, like it obviously burned him. And
I told you hot.
and as he like finishes what he's doing, he says, "I'm afraid that my magic will not touch this. This is the work of the gods. I'm afraid your friend is battling something that I'm not able to correct. She will have to do this on her own."
So, like, how long is she gonna stay like this, if you have, like, an estimate?
I think that's up to her.
Can she die when she's like this? Like, am I gonna have to worry about that?
Again, I think that's up to her.
Like, she's gonna
Brain.
overheat and die.
It doesn't seem to be. Who does she follow, if anyone?
The Everlight.
I thought you just told me we can't talk about religion.
Well, this is a medical professional. We can divulge certain informations to them because they're held by patient-client confidentiality.
Is that custom here?
I don't know. I've only been to the Feywild like 4 times.
I will do my best to make sure she's comfortable, but there isn't a lot that I can do. And he kind of goes over to, like, there's a long work table in one area of the room, and begins grinding up herbs and things like that. And he comes back with a small bowl that has some very strongly smelling liquid in it. And he tilts Karini's head up a little bit and pours the liquid in, and settles her back in. And she seems to settle, like rest a little bit easier. When you saw her, she was very, like, agitated in her sleep, and now she seems to be a little bit more at ease, if anything. You can still feel that heat radiating off of her, but and he kind of looks at all of you and he says, she can stay here for now, I guess. I'll keep watch, but your friend, she's not going anywhere for a little bit."
Because we aren't either.
Kalanon kind of looks at all of you and says, what exactly are you doing here? We don't get very many visitors, as you can imagine. The Midnight Woods are not exactly the friendliest of places.
We were gonna go kill the Furlong guy.
And they both stop and look at you.
Come at me, bro.
You're headed to the Nightmare Tower.
Yeah.
That was the plan, but I'm not going anywhere without Kirini.
on a time crunch, Granny, so if you could please finish your holy journey.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear us, but I'm really sorry about murdering people, but like
More people gonna
more
die.
people gonna die if you don't wake the fuck up.
Do you
I don't think that she can hear you, friends.
Well, I still said my piece.
She's really good at ignoring us when she wants to.
That is true.
Selective hearing. I get it.
Karini, you may be traveling inside yourself, but we will wait for you to get better for coming back to us.
Yeah, I'm an elf. I got time.
I'm a warforged. I got time.
No one has any time right now.
Well, she's just gonna have to hurry up then. Hurry up and have your religious experience.
I do not know if she can hurry up with this ram.
You could always try.
This.
I'm just putting it out
I
there, but
feel
this
like
is why I hate the gods.
this may take the time it takes to heal.
Probably being punished because we made a mistake.
Yeah, that makes me feel worse about it.
I'm just saying, we are mortal-ish and prone to making mistakes.
Mortal plus.
Yeah.
Mortal
plus.
adjacent.
Mortal adjacent. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like just a little bit, just like a step above.
Me too. I don't know if I'll ever die, so.
Well, hopefully Karini doesn't.
A long time since I've
Karini.
seen one of your kind.
What, probably 2,000 years?
Maybe not that long, but a long time.
So what do you guys do
Many
around
of
here
you.
for fun when you're not worrying about your friend who might be having a religious experience or dying?
Oh. Well, and Kalanon sort of looks at all of you and she says, we are the protectors of the Feywild.
You're doing a great job.
I'm aware.
So, what was the sign that things started going wrong?
Come with me. And they lead you through another door that leads to a spiral staircase. And it goes up, out through the canopy of the trees to an observation platform. And you can see very far in the distance what looks to be a black shape, sort of through a heat haze almost in the distance. And as you watch it, you can see that it slowly moves. And they say that appeared here a few months ago, and it's been slowly moving in ever since. Nothing we've done has slowed it down.
What have you tried?
We tried going in through the front door. We've tried disabling its wheels.
That's a good, accurate way to do it, yeah.
Everything we could think of. But
really? The front door didn't work?
I mean, we're only rangers.
Wait, I thought some of you were druids.
There are some druids here, yes. But nothing we've done so far has made any difference. It marches on slowly, consuming all in its wake, corrupts the land, and eats it like it's a dream.
So, have any of your soldiers fallen and become different? Or the animals?
We
There
have
are
lost
no
some.
animals in the forest. It's kind of weird and quiet, right, O?
That happened when the city got stuck here.
Is it an ecosystem thing?
I can only guess. What do you know of Shenalstra?
It didn't look like this. I don't know what you all did to it.
We let the forest retake it. As it should have been.
And I guess.
We live in harmony with the nature here.
Yeah,
as
it
opposed
seems
to it.
real harmonious.
There is a cycle to all things here.
Stay quiet and sulk. I've got an eye like back in the room on Karini.
Every night at midnight, this city shifts to the material plane and returns at dawn. But we're on the wrong side of the gate.
Have you tried moving it back?
Is that any better?
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, okay. Who are you talking to? Oh, okay.
What?
Wow.
Never mind.
Wow.
Fine.
GM's
GM fail.
focused on our whispers, reading our whispers.
I have no whisper.
Like, you can't talk. You do the same thing in Mistwalker. So,
I do.
but the city shifts in and out of the Feywild every night. But since we've been stuck here, we haven't been able to. There's been no new game in the area, nothing. The forest has gone quiet.
But no people have gone missing or anything?
We have lost some of our villagers, yes, in the attacks.
Got it.
What attacks?
When we tried to stop the tower.
Those. Yeah.
We haven't sent anything out from the tower. It's been just itself, which is a little odd. But
Oh no, they sent stuff out. Maybe you just weren't there.
You mentioned that it eats things like they were dreams. What do you mean?
Edges around it go like a heat haze, and then it disappears, like it is siphoned into the tower.
And nothing comes out.
No. There is a man on top of it, though. Always watching, always pacing. He never rests.
Does he give evil vibes?
Tower itself gives off evil vibes.
Yeah,
whatever those are.
Have you noticed any abyssal or infernal around maybe?
The tower is covered in it.
Okay, that's good to know when we go up to it. Just read that, by the way.
I do not.
Can O or Ram?
I think Aster actually can. I'm pretty sure that Abyssal is one of the ones that Aster has.
Yes, it is. Yes.
No? Is it? Okay.
Yeah, he does also.
I remember she made a very weird choice in languages when she made Aster.
She had Muzzy.
Yeah, she has Abyssal, I have Infernal.
Okay.
I speak those.
Do you got any suggestions on how we could, trap the guy or I look back at Cranny, maybe killing someone.
Get out of the cupboard!
Yeah, Cranny, get out of the cupboard! Cranny!
Gosh, Cranny!
Cranny!
What are you doing in the cupboard? You're supposed to be resting.
You're Is she out of the cupboard?
Granny's just sleepwalking in a heat haze.
Like a zombie.
Yep.
Wearing the cold storage sack.
On her head.
The gate went down for a little while, and we were pulled through. All of the Feywild was.
That was a while ago.
Yeah. Guess that sucks for you.
Feel like it probably sucked for a lot of people.
I just mean, like, you'd have to reopen the gate to get back through, probably.
Nothing bad could happen from opening the gate.
Well, you can go through it without, but you need a key. And it's not 100%.
Anybody got a key?
Yes, I have a key.
But first we have to get rid of the Nightmare Tower baddies, or else we'll just be unleashing it into the other world again.
Correct.
Like, I don't know, do you got any cool holy gods that do holy things? That care about doing this? Or you got, like, I don't know, like a big tree? Like, I don't know, like a really big tree.
I mean, there's a lot of trees.
Well, can the tree fight the tower? Random's not here about gods, so I thought trees would be the next best line of contention points.
I have no issues with trees or
with my
ants.
leg.
What?
Must have just collided with my leg and then took off running down the hallway.
Like you do.
Cats.
She's got the zoomies. Kalanon kind of looks at all of you. She says, so you came here with the intention of fighting the tower?
No, fighting the dude in the tower.
Okay.
Fighting a tower is stupid.
Fair. It is, after all, a hell engine, so...
Oh!
What's a... Do I know what a hell engine is?
Of course it's a hell engine.
Do I know what that is?
Roll a Arcana check?
Can I roll vehicles? Just kidding.
Get out of the cupboard!
No!
Ma'am.
I'm gonna re-roll that again by spending a sorcery point.
Okay.
Hold on.
I will also check with an Arcana roll here.
I'm just not meant to know.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
I'm not muted.
Well,
23.
yeah. Elise, you have no idea. Oh, you've heard of them because you studied arcane things. And a hell engine is basically what it sounds like. It's a thing from one of the levels of hell that was used a long time ago in the Ancient Wars and did untold destruction. They did different things depending on what they were like designed for. Good God, kitten.
Good God, girl, get a grip.
Jumped on top of the microphone, opened the cupboard up, and is kicking all of the boxes of noodles out.
You need to go get her?
No, it's fine because she's almost done. She's almost got everything out of there now. So
What?
fix it later.
Excellent.
You know why?
Thanks, pasta.
They're also pasta.
Helpful.
There can only be one.
Living up to her name.
Just heard the box of macaroni hit the floor, and I'm like,
Pasta.
anyways, so hell engines were creations that were used during the Ancient War, and they were run basically by burning souls in them. And they were used by the so-called duplicitous gods as just of war and destruction, and they weren't super prevalent, but when they were on a battlefield, everybody knew about it, and everybody knew basically to stay away from them if they could. Ram, you've seen these things in person, you've seen them in action, you know what they can do.
Have I seen them up close? Did I try to punch one?
Probably.
Yeah, that tracks.
That tracks. But they moved through battlefields and could basically like crush or trap creatures within them, and it would consume them, and it would use their soul as fuel to continue moving. And you don't really know the like sort of ins and outs of them, but you have read about them, you know that they existed. There hasn't been any on the material plane in thousands of years. The fact that there's one here is rather disturbing.
Do I know who would have conjured or created these in the past?
Generally speaking, they were made by devils. They were generally speaking, let's see here, my notes.
Oh, jeez.
They were made by creatures called Amnesu, which are devils that were responsible for guarding the lower levels of the Nine Falls River. And they were used in battle against the Divine Council, and they just consumed everything in front of them. So it's not really surprising that it's happening again.
They were
First
soul
D&D.
Zambonis.
First D&D character death I ever had. Just one of those things.
Ram, you remember that if a fleshy or, even some of your kin, if they were slain by these things, their souls were sort of doomed after that and consumed by the hell engine. And if you couldn't find a way to stop the engine and get the souls out of them fast enough, the souls would be irretrievable unless you had access to a wish.
So not a fun time, but let me tell you, I stole a trike of one once, and it was hella fun to ride. Except for the whole, consuming souls part.
Leave the spaghetti alone.
No, I have to play with the spaghetti. The spaghetti.
Just strangle her. Oh my gosh.
Pasta.
She's kicking the box of spaghetti around in the kitchen.
Pasta.
I mean, I could show you guys where it is if you want. I could show it to you.
Sure.
Pretty big.
What's a little bit of soul munching?
That's what I did with my girlfriend last time I saw her. I don't want to go back to the other side of the gate.
How do you munch a soul?
It's okay, Ram. You'll understand when you're older.
I'm literally 5 times your age.
I said what I said. Did you want me to stay with Karani while you guys go investigate, or?
I think we should all go. The faster we get it done, the faster we can come back to Kirini.
Okay. I mean, I don't have anybody to leave with Karani, so.
I mean, the people here are pretty good at what they do.
If she dies, I kill you. Just putting that out there again. Making sure everybody's on the same page.
So
will do
are
our
we
best.
are we implicated this in the I kill you? By the way, just so I know.
Well, if you're with me, then no.
So wait, I don't have to kill them. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, no, you don't have to kill them. I'm fine
Okay,
with
let's
innocent
talk.
blood on my hands.
I think we have killed enough people lately. We should stop.
For now, until we get to the tower.
Wow, y'all are a
Yeah.
wild bunch. I don't know. Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to, kick the evil guy out?
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't want to
think
just
there
walk
is
around
another
town, kill a few
choice.
more people?
I mean, got
Murder
somebody
a
you
whole
want
lot.
murdered?
Murder is not always the answer. Only sometimes. And it does
No.
not appear to be the answer in this case.
But it is the fastest solution.
Not if you want to have lovely tea with my mother, who was very kind to you.
Why would I kill your mother?
Exactly, I'm saying it's not a solution to everything. Or like, when you go...
A solution to a problem. Murder. A solution to
Oh.
tea? That's fine. I don't drink, so I have no in that fight.
A cause of a new problem sometimes, Ram.
Look, I've got one job. It's
Be a
kill
good
things.
friend.
That's not a job, that's a privilege.
And knitting. But
Oh.
I only do that so I don't go
Sometimes-
crazy.
we have more than one job.
Bram like sheep. You got any sheep here?
No.
No.
I mean, we're pretty much low on everything right now.
Except
Very
evil
right.
towers.
You're actually very high on that. You're right. Oh.
Yes, I know.
It is getting late. You're welcome to stay here for the night if you wish with your friend.
Do you think she... Yeah, I mean, we probably should and just encourage her to keep going.
Are you really gonna go to the tower?
Of
Yeah.
course. I mean,
We-
what's
I'll
the
send
worst
some
that
supplies
happens?
with you.
What-
What's the worst that happens?
There was a lot that just happened just now.
We get eaten by the soul sucking machine.
Exactly. And the worst that happens also is that we get corrupted or eaten by the soul-sucking machine anyway, so we might as well go.
I think the worst that
That
could
tracks.
happen is if the whole Feywild gets eaten by the soul-sucking machine.
I agree
Then
with
the
the
world
Kinka.
would change irrevocably. Forever.
And I
It's a
mean,
big turnoff.
if we get eaten by it, that's probably what's going to happen anyway, so we might as well take the chance, right?
Exactly
Yes.
what we're saying.
Yes.
What's the worst that happens?
We should.
Yeah.
I think
So
I'm
we
getting
should do it.
Oh, you're gonna jump in with us, other than guide us
Why
to
not?
it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I threatened to kill you already once.
Well, you're having a bad day. It's okay.
I am having a bad day. Thank you for noticing.
I mean, you walked up here with your friend hanging out of a bag, so it's kind of...
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
It's a bad day.
I'm going to go gather supplies for you. Take in
You-
the morning.
You don't have anything.
We've got a little bit we can spare.
Okay. You say so.
Especially if you're going to take one of ours with you. Ari, are you sure about this? You
Yeah,
don't
sure.
know these people.
I mean, the
Dangerous
bird
to go
one
alone.
saw me
Here,
and
take
didn't
this.
attack. Yeah. The bird one saw me and didn't attack me, so that's probably good, right?
That is true. I did not.
Don't know that not attacking on sight is basis for a friendship, but sure.
It's not?
It is not the worst place to start a friendship.
See?
It's fair.
I
I'm
mean,
very
Great.
curious how you lot all met.
I got pushed through a tree, and then I met everyone. That is what happened.
Through a tree.
By Cottonwood.
You know Cottonwood, do you?
A little bit, yes.
That's
Not a
fair.
lot,
They're everywhere.
yes.
Mm.
except for here.
I haven't seen them in a while.
As for the rest of us, our skyship crashed.
Skyship.
Back in the
Yes.
material plane. Skyship. Here.
Yes, the person who
Ships
was
that go
running
in the
it.
sky now.
Yeah.
Yes. They fly. I have
We've
flown
been
on them.
stuck here.
How long have you been
No.
stuck here?
Well, since the gate closed or opened and then closed again.
That was like 2 months ago.
We don't really go out into the world when the city's in the material plane.
You've
We
never seen anything flying overhead? A bunch of glowing lights underneath?
no, just the jungle.
I say this as a friend, as in somebody who didn't attack you on site.
Oh, good.
Get out.
Another one.
Our
It's a loose
duty is to the
definition.
Feywild, not to the material plane. I left there a long time ago.
Gee, I wonder why.
Kind of boring there.
I mean, parts of it are boring, but
Granted, it's kind of boring here right now. Let's go find a big fire engine.
don't give her coffee in the morning. She'll talk your ear off.
I don't need it.
Me too.
I make a really good hard cider.
Yeah, your sister taught you well.
I
Uh-huh.
make a good steel defender. This is Beeboop. I made him.
Oh,
You can see that, like, at this point, the direwolf that had come in with her is like laying on the floor, nose to the ground, like on their paws, just like sniffing Beeboop curiously, and Beeboop is just kind of sitting there doing their little pangolin thing, like. And
silver.
Kalanon kind of looks at it, and she's like, "Did you made this thing?"
I made this. Yes. Beeboop is my friend, and also Beeboop loves Ram.
I'm Ram.
He helps us sometimes. I made him.
You can see the direwolf kind of like sniff and just go very very carefully, like, blep. And she
Beeboop's
says,
not sure what to make of that.
yeah. She just says, "Here, leave her alone. Leave it alone. It's not yours. Not a toy." And then you just like hear a little whine.
They thought they'd found a new soccer ball, but no.
Hmm.
Beeboop rolls up and clinks away.
Like you see the wolf sits up, ears like very curious, like. You're welcome to take rest here. And in the morning, if you leave, we'll make sure you get underway properly. We'll keep watch over your friend.
Thank you.
Yeah. We don't get many visitors here, and I appreciate those that do get here. It's not an easy journey, so you lot have been through a bit to get here.
Yes.
How did you get into the
We
Feywild in the first place?
have.
Were you here when the gate came down?
No, we went through a portal.
Oh, one of the old gates.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know that they were still working.
Working is debatable.
I remember it's a bit relative.
Yes.
They sort of aim you in the general direction, and you hope for the best.
We did not successfully make it where we wanted to go.
Where were you aiming?
I was to a retirement party. Sorry, that's a lie. It was
You
to a
went-
funeral.
You went to the
Oh.
gathering.
Yes.
Yes.
Heard about it, but with the tower, we couldn't spare anyone.
Okay, it was really depressing.
Funerals
Mm.
sometimes are.
But you get to remember all the good stuff about those people.
Guess
Tell
so.
funny stories.
Yeah, we kind of got attacked during it.
Oh. That's less fun.
Yeah.
Wasn't fun.
Felt the,
Well, I mean, I
felt
enjoyed
the
it.
ground shake here.
Hmm.
We felt the ground shake even here.
Yeah, it was probably just an ant farting.
Sure.
Tree
You can
farts.
tell that Kalenan doesn't believe any of that. Well, take your rest. We'll speak again in the morning. There's food, drink. Don't mind if some of the other villagers are a little shy. They don't necessarily trust your kind.
What do you mean by that?
We are all different kinds of beings.
Yeah, who are you specifically speaking to? Surely not
Look at
the
you
elf.
specifically, Ram. No, they specifically look at you, Ram.
What the hell did I do?
I'm not saying that you did anything in particular, but this village has a long memory.
Yeah, of the time that we fought in a war against the duplicitous gods. Were you on the duplicitous god side?
No,
Then what the fuck?
I wasn't even born.
Well, I mean, you in general, not you specifically. The royal you.
No, I was not. Or we were not.
Then what's the
This
fucking
was
problem?
You're sort of a herald of bad times.
And they prevented the bad times from getting worse without any choice or even thanks, apparently.
It's fine,
I must
Elise.
admit, I was quite ignorant too, and I still am on these matters, but Ram and Ram's kind have done nothing but help when they didn't have to, and they didn't. Nobody asked them.
Technically, we didn't have a choice at first.
Nobody asked them how
Ram.
they felt. Nobody planned on it.
Ram.
Yeah.
Ram has a good heart.
I don't have a heart.
Metaphorical?
In theory.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes, Elise.
We could
A good invisible heart, Ram.
I don't need you guys to defend me. It's okay. I'm well used to odd looks. It's been a long day.
You don't need us to defend you, but it does make me upset when you are discredited.
Yes.
Okay, this guy wasn't even born yet, so how did he know?
I look at Ram, and then I look back at him doing like this shifty eyes. Bombastic side eye. I love when dogs and cats, they just look at you with the side eye.
Mm-hmm.
So funny.
Mm-hmm.
Windsor has a mead mug side eye.
Bro, when I got there, he sat on the coffee table for like a half an hour and just stared at me.
Oh my,
Like,
his human face, his little human face.
great. Wow. We don't see many warforged here. They don't
Yeah.
come to the Feywild.
Because we were all fucking broken, and then we went back home, and the ones that didn't, like me, got fucking shit on by birds for hundreds of years.
Literally.
don't-
Like literally.
Okay.
Not O's type.
I just
Not
leave.
like bird.
I walk away before I start
cannot
ranting.
fly. I could not do that.
I just go sit beside Karini's bed.
Is it warm?
It's warm close to Karini.
Okay, I don't sweat.
But you can see that they're resting, if uneasy. They have that sort of like rapid eye movement that you get when you dream. And they look not necessarily like they're in pain, but uncomfortable. And Kalanon sort of takes their leave of you and goes back out towards where the bar area was. And eventually Aidhart goes, they say, I'll be back in a little bit, give you some privacy. Eerie, do you stay with them?
I'll like go to the other end of the room and just keep watch by like the outer door. So they can rest.
Okay. So night settles in over the village, and you're able to, there's bunks in here, so you can pick a place to rest if you choose. Throughout the night, Aidhart comes in and out to check on Karini. There's no change to speak of, really. But morning comes, and Eerie rested-ish for 4 hours and then was wide awake.
Anybody want any coffee?
I don't have the mouth.
I would like some coffee.
Be right back. Like run away.
Can I have a coffee?
Okay.
Do you got oat milk?
What?
Do you have almond milk?
What's that?
Do you have the milk?
It's not an Eben Bucks, please.
Do you have like any sort of dairy alternative?
I can mash up a beetle for you, Elise, if you would like.
Close enough. Never mind.
There's like this seed pod that kind of has
It
a milky like sap.
You said it tastes like almonds, so it could be okay.
I'll have some. Yeah, just put in the nut, and I'll put in the beetle, and it will be at least tolerable.
While that's happening, I'm gonna use Kavir's tea set to make some tea for everyone and make you all drink it when it's warm, and I just kind of like dump it on my head and hope it works.
Yeah. We've established that sort of works for you.
How I use potions and stuff.
Yeah, as long as it hits your soul plate,
yeah,
it sort of does what it's supposed to.
So today we will be able to. We have a mode of possibility. We can re-roll a saving throw or an attack throw.
Hmm.
So you go out into the other room, and Kalanon is there at the bar, and there's a basket on the bar next to them, and she says, "It's not much, but it's all that we could spare from our stores." And in the basket there are a couple of healing potions. Come on, do the thing.
Healing potions.
You can see there are two regular healing potions and 2 greater healing potions, and I'll dump those in the party sheet for you.
I can heal a little too. Just a little, though.
Me too,
I can't.
but not much.
Yeah, Karani normally does the whole healing thing. She's quite talented and gifted. And that's coming from me, somebody who's quite talented and gifted.
Sounds
And very
really
modest,
awesome.
Elise. You are quite modest.
I am. We already established that I am at least somewhat
Yes.
humble.
Yes.
I have
Awesome.
swords.
So, like, what do you do besides a moderate amount of healing?
I do like a backflip and spin my swords around my legs while they're up in the air.
Wow. That is very impressive. I like
Wait,
it.
let's see how this goes. Hold on.
Don't chop your head off
make
like Laura did.
Oh yeah, dirty 20. Pretty good.
It's pretty impressive.
And sometimes when I'm doing that around other things that are bad, I hit them with the swords. But obviously not right now, because we're here.
So, like, how would you feel about destroying the soul engine? Like, you got any ideas on how to do it, or you just plan to hit it really hard?
Haven't
Hit it really
been close
hard.
enough to get a good look at it.
Maybe put some thorns in it.
Like, literally, or is like as a figure of speech?
Literally.
Okay. Like,
Do I
Yeah.
know how to destroy one?
Roll me a history check
At advantage?
if you remember. Yeah, at advantage. It has to do with your.
Oh, that could have been real bad.
It would have been
16.
so bad. Yeah, like obviously hitting it a lot did the trick. But also the ones that you had seen used as siege towers, which is kind of what this reminds you of a little bit. Generally speaking, there was a device somewhere inside of it that would, if smashed, would either send it back where it came from or cause it to stop running, something like that. You imagine this is probably very similar. A lot of times it was like the control unit that they used to drive it. It kind of reminded you a little bit of how the sky ships drive the big orb that they use that they would put their hand on.
Yeah.
There was something similar to that inside of those things that if you destroyed it would probably send it back where it came from.
Follow-up question.
Mhm.
If you smash the thing while it's inside the thing, do you get sent back to hell too? Or is it like a
No,
like
it
a
was just
banishment?
the sort of. It was more of a banishment sort of thing.
Okay.
out of character.
You're not really sure how that's going to work out with this being tied to the Feywild like it is, with it consuming the Feywild. But once you get a good look at it, maybe you'll have a better understanding.
Hmm.
Out of character moves, I have a new theory. Auntie has been put in the Soul Engine and is eating the Feywild.
No, not Auntie.
She went bad. She went bad. The first episode was Artemis just introducing Auntie as a character for us to get attached or forget about, and she's going to come back.
It wasn't even that. I joked that the engines for the skyship were I was related to them.
And it's been a running gag ever since.
Yes.
Like, literally since session 1.
So I believe that Artemis is going to bring her back, and we're going to have to kill Auntie, which harkens back to us killing our old selves in the beginning and becoming anew.
You know what it is? Frolon's actually Bob.
Fuck.
Or fuck.
Bob.
Lord.
You know,
Lord help us.
I don't think I think we need like Lord Plus, like how we're Mortal Plus. We need like Lord Plus to help us.
So, you leave the village?
Yep.
I mean, we don't have a choice. So like, take care of Cranny while we're gone. If she wakes up, tell us to message us. Tell her to message us.
Well, maybe you can try messaging her.
She's asleep right now, and I tried going in her brain, and it was not pleasant.
Yeah, that's true. I don't
It
know
was
how
very,
that works.
very... What if Karani's being consumed by the Soul Engine, or do we think that's unrelated?
I think it's unrelated.
There's so many threads going on. I look down at our threads. How do they look?
They're there.
How's Karani's look? Does it look a little funky?
It's a little wobbly.
Oh, she's doing the vibrato.
It's
Standing there
it's
doing
sort
that
of
to her end.
no. It as you look at it, the thread to Karini sort of like flickers in and out a little bit.
Really bad.
Nicely done.
Good catch.
Thanks.
We go.
Pass my deck save.
Okay. So you head off, Eerie in the lead, I guess.
Mhm.
Eerie has definitely had their coffee this morning.
Oh no.
They are 1,000% a morning person,
50
Ram.
feet.
Always right behind them because they've had go-go juice too.
Elise is falling behind. Yes, to the bathroom. Be right back.
So you take off, and as you walk, the trees are beginning to thin. The closer that you get to this tower, and eventually you come out the far side of the forest, and there is nothing there. Like when you come out the other end, you expect to see grasslands, something, anything. Nothing. The ground is dark and it's like the grass has been burned almost. Like all of the life has just been sucked right out of it. And for a mile leading to this tower, you see nothing. It's just wide open space. They are definitely going to know that you are coming. And there is nowhere out in the open for you to hide. And that's where we're going to leave it for the night.
I just yell at it. I yell at the tower.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't crying.
It wasn't the cry scream.
It wasn't the cry
No?
scream, no.
Ram rages. But just a rage at the
I
castle.
rage speed walk. Or like mall walk.
Yeah. Little old lady in the mall walk.
Yeah, that's what I do. Okay, well, thanks everybody for watching, and if you were able to donate a couple bucks to Extra Life, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We are going to go raid our friend the Lich. If you missed it, Cedar was on Viva La Dirt League, or not Viva La Dirt League. That is something completely different. Viva La Dungeon on Tuesday. So the VOD is up. You can take a watch of that. And if you want to be on Viva La Dungeon, just contact Lich or join his Discord server and you can be on it too. Because it's a lot of fun and I have done it. And yeah, you should definitely give it a try. Anyway, donate to Extra Life. We'll be back tomorrow morning for Together Among the Stars. And then tomorrow night for Backpacker's Guide to TTRPGs. And we'll see you when we see you.